Hey, what's up, guys? Santa Joe here, and welcome back for another episode. We are exactly one day from the update, the December update posting. And yesterday, when it posted, I was expecting to see a lot of balloons, a lot of P.E.K.K.A, but certainly not the Witch. So, how much of a buff did the Witch actually get? When I went back and looked, it was only 25 damage per second and 25 hit points added onto the Witch, at level 2 for Town Hall 9. So, anyways, Invincible doing his own thing as usual, kind of working on this strategy, including some bowlers, a mass group of witches, some healers. And I was thinking, he's doing it in friendly challenges, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I'd like to see some, 3-star attacks in an actual war. So he's over in one of the tournament clans for Elite Nation, the Kings of Elite clan, and he does that. He gets a 6-pack with this strategy, group of witches, the bowlers, and then some back-end balloons. So I'm thinking myself that it's, his max level heroes at Town Hall 9, or those Town Hall 10 bowlers that are helping him get this, done and getting the 3-star. But as those balloons trickle in from the south and assist with the Tesla farm and the wizard towers, the witches are doing a lot of damage up there by themselves. They got the Archer Queen helping them out, and so what I'm really thinking is it's not really the witches doing all this work, but then when I see the next replay that's coming up, there was no assistance from the bowlers. So as this one wraps up, you got a lot of the Larrys on the outsides of the base cleaning up the trash ring. You got that Archer Queen going to take care of the Archer Tower and the cannon. So it really looks like the Witch in this first replay, they do a lot of damage by themselves. They put in a lot of work, especially with the healers on them, assisting them get through the bombs and taking on the additional traps. And Invincible coming up with another wild and crazy strategy that has some balloons on the back end, but they weren't such a significant value to the raid to even make an impact, considering we still have a lot of Larrys left on the map to finish this up for a 3-star. So as we move into the next replay, we got Baron Von Murph with a classic Go We wipe, which is the golems, the witches, the P.E.K.K.As, and the wizards. He's got some bowlers in the clan castle, but they'll end up going around the southern portion of the base and staying outside. So as he gets the golems down, he's got wizards following them up to set the funnel. No baby dragons involved on this raid. He gets the jump spell down directly to the core there, and he thinks that the bowlers are actually going to go in. The P.E.K.K.As go in, and the heroes go in, but the bowlers decide that they want to stay outside. So he gets some witches down to assist, in going into the core here. But the bowlers, as you see, they're moving south. They had zero interest on going into the core of the base. There was structures there that was distracting them. So the bowlers will continue around the south as the P.E.K.K.A golem and the skeletons move into the base. Now what's going to happen here is these witches are going to get stuck up on this wall as that jump spell dissipates. The Barbarian King and a P.E.K.K.A have moved into the Tesla farm, and they're going to take that stuff out. And eventually this Barbarian King, which has already got his Iron Fist ability triggered, he's going to go down, and then the P.E.K.K.As are going to be hung up on the walls like they normally do. We got bowlers over in the south taking out the Archer Queen, and they're working on the Town Hall, as the Archer Queen, the friendly Archer Queen, is working on structures over in the eastern portion of the base. But we got those witches that are about to go on and take on a Tesla by themselves. Tesla's distracted on the Larrys, but the witches, look how much power they're putting out by themselves. They take out that Tesla grouped up. It looks like we have 4 or 5 witches here putting in work on that western side of the base. You got a wizard up there that's going to be taken out by the mortar, but the Larrys are distracting everything else while the witches follow them up and take out the structures as they go. You got a couple of bowlers over in the east, but they didn't put a significant impact to the base on that western side. There's still quite a few defenses that could have taken out the witches, and in the past they normally would, because the Larrys no longer trigger the traps, and they're just putting out a lot of heat right now. It's actually worth a viable troop right now. I think it's more of a campaign that Supercell's working on. No troop left behind. They want to make sure that there is no relapse of the Valkyrie of 2014. So as we move into one more replay by Invincible, same concept that he did before. He uses a baby dragon for funneling, but in this case here, he actually brings the bowlers in on a bit of a bowler walk. Drops his clan castle that has the 5 bowlers and a couple of healers, not all the healers. He's actually holding on to a couple. He has a wizard over in the east working on that Dark Elixir drill, and then he drops a line of witches followed by 3 healers, but the healers end up going on the bowlers. So the bowlers are going to work on that Barbarian King, and then he uses the earthquake spells to open up a large compartment, into the base, opening up about 4 different compartments there. As that large group of witches move in, he has them all raised up, and they're working on that lava hound. So the Archer Queen bypasses the lava hound, and the witches continue to progress. The Larrys are ahead of them, just taking out structures as they go, and then the witches work on these lava pups along with the Archer Queen, and they make it look really, really fast. So then he gets a heal spell down to hopefully help out the bowlers. Starts trickling in balloons in on the structures that are off to the witches' flanks, and the bowlers are going to get taken out to a degree, and then you have a large group of witches that are still in the core just going ham on the walls at this point. So down in the south, you got the balloons going down, but you got a couple of wizards that are taking out structures, and the Archer Queen's up there doing work, but she'll have to use her Royal Cloak ability there, and she'll end up taking out this Archer Tower, but we still have some splash damage in the mortar sitting down in that southernmost compartment, and then we also have 3 different point defenses along with the Tesla that's on the outside of the wall. So the witches take on a giant bomb there, but now that they have all these healers hanging out on them, healers are just boosting up the health of the witches, and then the witches are continuing to progress throughout the remainder of the base. So I mean, it looks really good. I'm actually quite interested to see if you guys have been working with the witches at all, and see if this is something that's even worthy of testing out myself. Yet again, great work by Invincible as always, by showing us that the witch has the power, and they're coming back. And I mean, they might be it might be just a fluke. I don't know. Maybe it might have been just the base designs on that one, but he was doing about 3 or 4 friendly challenges with the same exact composition with success. And again with that great attack by Baron von Murph. So definitely something to look into. Drop some comments below and let me know if you had any success with the witches yourself, and thanks for watching, guys.